grab. Like, it's still going to be a projectile coming from the Witch Doctor, the ES. Maybe he can get the perfect silence, but grabbing that against the Storm Spirit is difficult. So that's why I'm kind of worried. Like, there's a lot of projectile from VG. There's some interesting team fight that comes from them as well, but I said this to you in the drafting phase. I always think ET is the cool version of a Naga Siren song. Like, just the stomp out. It's so problematic. And in the laning phase, he can just turn this lane around. And a Witch Doctor, there's nothing he can do about him. Like, Paralyzing Cask, you bounce into him. As long as he's stolen some decent damage, like, he's going to hit you with a phone book.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of magical damage output once again with this AA Venomancer and, of course, Storm Spirit plus Aura from Elder Titan. I'm just worried about the Storm Spirit. They have a silence, but they have no real lockdown besides Sven's stun. And if Storm has quick fingers, he can dodge it.
Oh, he will. I have almost no doubt about that whatsoever. TNC have been playing terrific Dota all this tournament. And VG Gaming, the pressure is more than on them.
Yeah. Before Sniper was picked, it was such a dream Sniper game because you have 3 heroes who are extremely beefy and they had no ways of finding you in the backline. Right now, it's a different story because Storm Spirit is one of the best counters to Sniper. There's going to be 3 runes for TNC.
That it will be. They're going to remind VG Gaming about it all too. TNC. I think they like the fastest the fastest keys they've got to their fingers is either taunt or chant wheel. That's what their priorities are. We're going to see Tim's now moving towards the top lane. So it was the dual lane we were talking about, and it will actually be a 2-1-1 from VG with the Roma, and then a 2-1-2 from TNC. But don't worry, we'll have a split shot to show it so perfectly in production.
We have the technology, Toby. It's 2019. I would be surprised if we don't.
Sorry, we got to wait till 2020 for the upgrade patch. Like, I don't know what's comes first, production increase or patch to artifact.
We don't mention that word.
I'm sorry. Underlords is the future. I am a convert. And Ori, I want to see how well he's going to do against Armel and mid. We've seen Storm Spirits gain a lot of momentum, but this is a sniper pickup, and it feels like he has to keep the Storm Spirit down.
Yeah, the crucial moment is this sniper playing the first couple of waves extremely good, getting the denies, getting the last hits, and he has 6, but Storm is keeping up. He actually has more than Sniper right now, even though the lane pushed, Storm Spirit still farms under the tower because the Remnant, because of the overload damage.
Yang's happy to stand his ground for the moment. I'm waiting for the extra TP support to arrive. Not that ET could do much about this until there's well, camps next to him. So you can call feed all you want as the Ancient Apparition. He's been attempting some denies, but Yang's been pretty on top to make sure the Iron Shell tick isn't the easiest thing just to predict. But he's not a healthy man. But he's got the support of Fade nearby. Problematic for an Ancient Apparition if you get the double Iron Shells and Rolling Boulder in. It is the old combination.
He has a rune on bottom. It's a double damage. He might switch to bottle this time. Buy it on the side shop, get the double damage. So basically get 6 charges on the bottle. Let's see if he's going to do it. It feels like it.
He's moved over for it. So you'll see the notification on your screen in a second, and boom! That's why Lacoste is an expert.
He's still gonna get the Soul Ring to get the infinite mana region on the hero. How's our boy Witch Doctor doing on top? 0-3.
Are you wondering about Witch Doctor or Paparazzi? Because Venomancer is hitting that level 3, which is when all hell broke loose on top lane. And Tim's, there's your Gale. He's just punching in. DY, he's got the Voodoo Restoration, so that gives him a little bit more sustain. While in mid lane, Armel, the kick from Fade, the slow is good. One quick hit. And Ori finishes the job, and that's what he needed. This sniper needs a good start against the Storm Spirit.
He even gives him the tip. So Sniper's going to have 3 raid bans soon with Fairy Fire. That's going to be a lot of damage. And the Sniper is one of Ori's better heroes. Whenever they have a chance, whenever there's a good Sniper game, they're going to go for it.
Well, that extra delay, it's 30 seconds now, the kill still awarded. Denying yourself to tier 2 towers, you got to wait half a minute and then die, or else you actually award them gold.
Yeah.
So I got split 3 ways, that kill on the ET to the tier 2. He'll still reset and then return to top lane. While on bottom lane, the Ancient Apparition's about to be ganked up by the ES as well as the Darkseer. He's just a little bit too far out, so the movement from the Wraith King has to come over to save him, but the Ancient Apparition is already dead.
Ancient Apparition is the hero that has no escape mechanism, and if they get a shield and roll on him, if he's out of the position, nowhere near Wraith King, he's just dead.
And there's nothing Wraith King can really do to stop it either. Like, he's not powerful enough yet where he can posture forward like TNC had before. Like, TNC were 3-0 in Game 1, and now here in Game 2, Vici Gaming have that. But Fade has to run away from the Undying minions, and this is the problem they're going to have later on.
Yeah, and the Darkseer gave Bottle to Earth Spirit, which means he's going to TP back to the bottom lane, refill it. Also, the Bounty Runes are going to be easily picked up at the 5-minute mark at the bottom lane because there's no way AA is going to contest it.
Yeah, and unless Wraith King wants to come out with him, but then it's like you sacrifice what in the lane. But the ET can control the top lane. Witch Doctor as well as Fan can have to stay in that lane near the Tier 1 tower, near where support can come unless ES can make a difference. And he's actually TPing towards the mid lane, looking for a gank over on Storm Spirit, rolling boulder again, going after the Storm with the kick that slows up. Armel has no way to jump out of this, and they're going through 3 shrapnels, but with the Vortex, Armel just turns it around, kills off Fade. Ori will still get the kill.
How does he get 134 gold for that kill?
Don't know.
It's basically nothing.
305 for the sniper. Like, well,
at least he got the XP.
Paparazzi get the rune on top. Hilarious enough, Ancient Apparition and Wraith King actually did both come out of the lane to contest. They pushed it with the minions, so it's going to be 3 bounties going the way of TNC.
And there's a huge stack,
which is
on the top shrine.
That's just that's the good juice for Tim's.
Straight up Midas, no other items. He's the main carry in this game besides the Storm Spirit, so he needs to get the Hand of Midas to get the other items quickly online. Oh, look at this. Almost 1,000 gold just from bounties.
This is why map control is important at every stage of the game, every 5 minutes. There's always a contest for it.
If you look at the way TNC is voting, especially early on, they always have this like line.
Fade, don't walk up.
All the
Vortex gonna pull him in. Look at Armel trying to get in front as well, making sure there's no rolling boulder away. Great movement from both Armel as well as Tim's.
Oh, Cuckoo gets the last hit. They wanted to give last hit to Armel because he is not having a good laning stage.
This is fine. This is like arcane boots if you wanted to over on the Venomancer. This is like spamming more for ET. It's fine. Venomancer is a real hero too. Armel and Tim just taking care of that stack. It's good experience as well as the money for Armel. Just advance him forward. Already got the double nulls. And with level 6 up and running, maybe they actually think about fighting.
Yeah, if they get a Gale on Sven, he's dead.
Well, that Gale connected. Storm Spirit's going to jump available. Paparazzi already using the Storm Hammer. So Paparazzi dragged back down again, combining with the Storm DY. He sees it. It's like, I'm pulling, boys and girls. ES will die in the meantime. It seems he's having a little bit of trouble. Just on bottom lane, but rolling bolted himself away.
Yeah, I love what Tim's did. He faked the stun from ET, maybe to try to bait the stun on a Sven and then use it after, just in case he tries to TP out, but didn't even need to do it. Right now, Sniper is in a tough spot, has 3 raid bans, a magic wand. Like, you want to get a magic wand or infused raindrops whenever you're playing against the Sniper, so you get those extra charges and extra survivability. But if other heroes are missing, let's say ET is missing on the map, he needs to be careful. Because they don't have the best save heroes. They have a hero who can rotate, that's the Earth Spirit.
Yep. Just love it how both of them, it's like, yo, screw it, I'm going jungle. Ancient Apparition, ES, you can have your time in mid. DY, we get the Maledict off, Paralyzing Cast going bounce from anyone, but Paparazzi and the Assassination, that is one very dead Cuckoo. Even with Fairy Fire off the stomp, it creates space.
I think that's level 1 Maledict,
the one charges? Fine. Yeah, you're right, it is.
He also high-fived in the Tango, so all good. You know what the best part is about casting a game where you can't control the camera or click on things?
Please tell me the best part.
You guess, and you look more stupid than usual.
I know, I didn't think that was really possible. And, well, Sniper has the double damage rune. And he's building in for a nice Mask of Mana. So Ori's really hitting that nice timing for big damage output. But so can Vici Gaming take that fight? Can they? Is there a combination they're looking for? Can the Darkseer as well as the Sven work together?
Right now, they're not looking to take a fight. There's probably going to be a fight around the rune with the Iron Shell. Darkseer is high level, and with the roll, I think they're going to contest the runes. It's Darkseer's level 7.5, almost 8. Like, Sniper's not the hero that wants to make any actions. He either counter-reacts to what the enemy team is doing, try to TP and grab some kills with the shrapnel, or other heroes just come to his lane.
So he should just be happy he's not playing against an Alchemist, but it feels like the same type of timing where a Wraith King is just continuously getting further and further ahead, and we'll see what happened previously. Like, the skeleton minions are just too much for them to deal with. And the Radiance is the build-up from Gabby next. He's got double creep wave coming to the bottom lane. Paparazzi's doing a pretty damn good job to stay in this top lane against the Venomancer, better than previously, but he's still sitting at 3.5k net worth to the 5k of the Wraith King. Tim's caught out in the trees. He cannot get the stomp off in time, while Ball Lightning forward. Witch Doctor looking for a rebuttal. DY has the Warcry to give him some extra life. The Stormbot will connect. DY so low in life. Armel will finish the job, and then Ball Lightning away. Assassination will be able to connect, but thanks to the one charges and some bottle charges, Armel stays up, and then he gives the bottle over as well to Tims.
So that's gonna be...
Oh, the kick! If it wasn't for the heal that Tims was giving him, they would have actually found that kill, but they're battling. They're battling for the rune. That's what Tims is trying to pick up, but it looks like it's going to go the way of Fade. And with the Stormbolt and Ori arriving, this is exactly what you wanted from Vici Gaming. The fight is coming to them, and Fade isn't giving up. Armel's going to find him in the tree lines. A quick little silence means there's no Vortex. The Ball Lightning forward, but he couldn't get anything more.
He should be careful. Can't overextend because he's low on mana. Sniper has Assassinate ready. Meanwhile, on the bottom lane, AA picked up the bounties. It was actually a Wraith King, sorry. And now with two tones, when you have these like two supports who are really level dependent, since the recent changes, it benefits AA and ET a lot because both of these heroes are level dependent. AA to one extent because he only needs level 6, and from level 6 he just wants to get to level 10 to get that GPM talent.
Give him the space. Mid lane, Vici Gaming. They're wrapping around the Elder Titan, a very difficult hero to kill off. I don't know if they really have enough to do it. Even with the Dire Observer Ward, they understand the vision behind the trees. Now, Tim's has got an extra friend on the way underneath the Observer Ward to the east. They see Darkseer farming up the stack, so Tim's will lend him with the Ice Blast. An extra Vortex pulling him back into the Ice Blaster and the ET Splitter. That was right on the edge of the Grand Canyon, but the wall's closed in.
Easy clap. That was perfectly executed. For a moment, I thought that's not gonna hit. Also, Venomward's putting a lot of pressure on this tier 1 tower. They want to secure it.
I actually can't believe the army on the bottom lane is attacking the tier 2. it's just doing its own little thing. So there's Ven TPing out, and that means the TNC can just push. They will take this tier 1 tower.
Yeah,
Vici Gaming are in no position to defend.
They realize something shady is going on because there's no one bottom.
Actually grouping up. Gabby's watching. They're still into the cover of smoke. The smoke instantly breaks. Witch Doctor had to go on him. Now the rest of them. Remember, it's the Wraith King. He's the one who has that secondary life. They want to try and make some copies. Here comes the Ice Blast from the rear end. They weren't ready for this one, but the rolling boulder forward.
He didn't skill it.
He's able to actually dodge, and Gabby, you're right. He did not have the reincarnation skilled. So he ends up going down.
He was saving a point, but the team was far away from him, so he did not want to use it. Right now, they secured the tier 1 tower on top lane, and Veno, once again, going for that Hand of Midas, so 2 Midases on his team. Feels like both of these teams don't want to take a fight right now. They just want to keep farming.
Yeah. Still, TNC, like, they're going to be feeling good in this game. It feels like everything's coming together, but Vici Gaming have that big combination that could catch TNC out. They've shown the ability to find these kills, and if TNC do group up, Paralyzing Cast could be a problem. The movement speed getting outside of Darkseer's range, as well as the ES slow, the Shrapnel slow.
Yeah, now it's a different story. In the first game, they had no move speed whatsoever, so Sven was getting kited a lot, and now he has a Darkseer to work with. You can just surge him, and he does not care about the Gale.
That's a hood. All right. I was wondering, like, yeah, someone needed to build into the pipe. Kaya's also arriving for the Storm Spirit.
And Darkseer is the classic counter to Venomancer because he builds into Pipe, he builds into Guardian
Here comes
Grease.
a jump. They just want to get that extra control, and they've hit the target. Amel will find the kill, even though the Ice Blast was right on the money too. That's one very dead ES, but it wasn't the core they probably wanted, but they realized there's no way you can kill Yang. Not at the moment. Not unless they really wanted to commit Tim's Earth Splitter as well.
That's life, Toby. Sometimes you just need to be satisfied what life gives to you. You can't expect more.
You know, I thought I got my life lessons from Kyle. It's like, hey, yeah, let me just court Nietzsche at you. It's like, no, I'm just gonna court Lacoste.
I'm not gonna
He's
go
a
that
higher
deep.
power. This is Croatian logic right here. Like, you can't battle that. Oh, hi, Ice Blast. Got him. There's not even
They
an
have no vision yet.
They're pinging. They're pinging like they think there's an observer ward watching them. But yeah, you're right. There's no vision. Sentry ward 1 planted down because 1 scouting Ice Blast.
Yeah, in this patch, it's not a waste if you place 2 sentry wards just to get a kill on observer ward because you're gonna get the XP and almost all the gold back. Depends at what time you kill it.
Well, they put 1 sentry ward down and found Jack. Meanwhile, Gabby as well as Tim's working to clean up their own ancient stack. Trying to push Gabby further closer towards that Radiance. They really want to have that before the fight begins. But the trade-off that VG knows something is up. They're taking the tier 1 tower on bottom lane, and Ice Blast is coming again to slow them down. This is a nice one because it'll hit majority of the creep wave too, making this a very problematic push. There's no fortification available, so TNC can't delay him. But it's all for the glory of the Radiance.
Yeah, now with the tier 1 tower down, they can control TNC's jungle, and the TNC will just play the other half of the map, the top part.
Looks like Fade as well as Yang want to do something about that. And they're wrapping around looking for the Venomancer, but there's Plague Wards all through this lane, continuously putting the pressure forward. So Iron Shell up on Fade. They want to roll him forward. It's hard to see it, and well, he goes towards the creep wave. Tim's is there, Armel as well. You can get the back into the wall, but the stomp from ET combining with the split. If this will be hard, the Ice Blast into the back lines, but doesn't actually hit his own target. But Yang, he's tanking through so much. Paralyzing cast doesn't bounce. Gabby nicely opening up the space. It's just a retreat out. So the gang from VG Gaming failed, but they only lost 1. But TNC move out. Like their storms farming up bottom. The ancient apparition was taking care of mid. But items are still flowing in for VG. Echo Saber's up for Paparazzi, and we've got the Maelstrom on for Sniper.
Yeah, Sniper's gonna need to get BKB 3rd item because of the Storm Spirit, Veno. They have nothing that goes through the BKB, so that's going to be a problem for TNC.
Oh, 4-man smoke up. Oh, well, surprised with the Chinese approach. 1 man pushing, 4-man smoked behind, and they're even going for the wraparound. We'll move underneath, actually, just by a little bit northern of that Observer Sentry Ward combination. And that gives them a faster angle in towards mid. A quick silence on the Ancient Apparition, and already Wraith King is running north. Get away, up the hill, over towards the Shrine. It's not available for him, actually, just yet. Assassination gives the extra vision. Gabby looking for the movement speed with the phase boost. He actually dodges the kick. Now TNC. What they got with Tim's, with the stomp. The Spirit staying on top of him. They're just focusing this down. There's going to be a lot of damage for the ET as well, but he waits for the stomp. So then the reincarnation slow goes to work. Here comes your Ice Blast and your Storm Spirit jumping in, trying to drag back in Fade. They'll find that one. Moving on to the Witch Doctor. The 2 supports die. Ancient Apparition buys back to be involved in this fight. But the 3 cores of VG Gaming will live to fight another day.
And they didn't even manage to kill a tier 1 tower on mid, which they need to do. You could see Sven already going for it right after he popped the ulti, but TNC instantly uses a glyph. Man, Raid, at one point I thought they're gonna leave Raid King once again to die, but...
No, not this time. Not this time. There was a plan. There was a very, very patient plan from TNC. They had to wait until VG Gaming walked far enough into it before they sprung it. But it's still looking good for the VG core. Like 10,000 net worth is going to be hit first by Sniper, not by the Wraith King. And even though Wraith is still farming up very quickly.
Any kind of magical damage will be amplified by ET's Aura and Ice Vortex. Radiant's gonna deal a hell of a lot of damage. Sadly, I mean, happily for Vici, they have Pipe.
Yeah, they can sustain through a hell of a lot. But they got to deal with Ice Blast, they got to deal with like Venomancer, they've got to deal with Radiance. There's only so long that shield will last. Nice rune for Paparazzi. Haste rune. Ancient Apparition quickly begins the TP. The Stormbolt, it will fly out in time. That's the returning of the Ice Blast.
Yeah,
May as well, you're gonna die.
I feel like they can go for tier 2 tower on bottom because AA bought back in the previous fight and he's not gonna be here for 45 seconds. Someone's already TPing bottom.
Yeah, it's the Storm Spirit, but he goes all the way to Fountain. He's running out of mana. Sven's really closing in on that BKB timing. Good to clean up all the skeletons that are pushing mid.
Once again, Wraith King can go for this, I'm gonna call it a greedy build, the talent build, where he goes for skeleton damage and the skeleton spawn because there's no mana burn.
Oh, look how fast Gabby gets pushed away. You've got a fresh Orchid on the Storm Spirits. They have that available silence. ET Spirit moves forward as well. Look for the splitter, look for any kind of combination. Gabby, they're just letting him tank so much, and the Storm catching three heroes, silence in the back, and they're all gonna get the clap. 3 heroes in, and now Armel goes for his own jump, up, down, and around. He's got Maledicted up and silence for the moment. Armel needs to quickly jump away. The damage output from Maledict will be enough to get the kill. Finally, the Ice Blast will arrive in this engagement, but it's a little too late. Gabby does not have Reincarnation available. He does not want to get back into this fight. And Vici won it.
Very quick silence from Earth Spirit there. It saved his life, and they got a kill on Storm Spirit. Storm Spirit's gonna need a BKB, because once he gets that, they have nothing that goes through the BKB. So, also 2 BKBs on Vici's gaming side coming very shortly. I think Sven is gonna have his quickly, and the Sniper definitely needs his as third item.
Well, this is the first time we actually see Bounty Runes going the way of VG Gaming this entire match. Hilariously enough, because they're the later ones, the difference is only 90 gold. It's a happy thing as they increase in value. So what do you do if you're TNC? You're 1 game up. Obviously, you can play a little bit more loose and fast. Do you still want to farm up these BKBs? Is this the plan so Armel can actually stand in the engagements?
He can silence the Earth Spirit, which is his control besides Sven, and if he can dodge Sven's stun, he's gonna be fine in fights.
Okay. Well, Sven's gonna be the one jumping towards the front lines, however. Like, he's gonna finish his BKB right now. Sniper's got his. So both the immunities have already arrived. And in return, TNC have a Blink Dagger on Wraith King. So they have the jump on Wraith. But it feels like he jumps in, he's no longer the immortal frontliner that he was in Game 1. There's actually damage to be returned by VG.
They will need to try to kite around the BKBs on Vici Gaming, because Vici Gaming right now is way stronger.
The smoke running. Gabby's the one on the front lines, rolling Boulder in. They're going straight for him. Quick blink away. Breaks the smoke. Will still cop the Storm Hammer. Paparazzi leading the God Strength down. Here comes your Ice Blast. It's a good stomp in the back line. So 2 heroes caught from VG. And that's where the jump comes in. Armel just needs to hold him there. So the ET's gonna connect. Witch Doctor is straight down. And now Paparazzi's BKB is worn off. Gabby will lend a stun. They have the problem, however, that Radiance on the Illusion is finally taken care of. And with a double damage on Aura, yeah, they do not want to get into this fight.
Feels like Storm Spirit doesn't want to commit to Sniper this early, because he can find the kills in the front line and deal with Sniper a bit later. Both of these teams kind of cautious, not too many kills, 22 kills for 22 minutes.
Still better than the league game. All right, I sit next to you and I throw shade. What is this? Like, I don't know.
Better than league.
I'm sorry to everyone who was multi-gaming.
Back to you, Toby.
Yeah. Thank you very much from our sideline commentator with a little bit of sass. Mechs are up. So Darkseer's got 1, Venomancer's got the other. That's an easy build into the greeds for the 3 positions.
Yeah, Mech on Vici's side will not be as effective because of AA ulti if he hits.
Yep. seems rather difficult as well. Like the A ulti hits, and I'm expecting the follow-up damage to come to make the most of it, like to actually bring them in the peril of shatter. But most of the work that's happened has come from the ET stomp, and then the vortex combination to keep him in the splitter from Storm. That's been the most effective combination so far of TNC. While Vici Gaming, like, okay, well, they lose one in that, but then the sniper's still on the back lines. Huge range, and Armel's looking for the supports to begin with, not looking for the cores. Now under the cover of smoke, TNC's looking for something, but vision-wise, they don't really see enough. They're scanning up, and they get a positive ping. Vici are sort of split. Well, there's your target. Ancient Apparition walks right over the top of a Dire Observer. Hides in the tree lines, begins his TP. The kick, Stormbolt are all connect. And AU goes down.
Not a place to be for that AA. Usually TNC smokes for bounty runes, but they were a minute before 25-minute mark.
Yeah, but you can understand what they're trying to do, I think.
Yeah.
It's to get the deeper vision onto VG Gaming, because right now they don't see anything on the Dire side of the map. So what can they do? They can farm their side cleanly.
There's a huge wave approaching bottom, so that's going to get Storm Spirit extra gold. Once he gets that BKB, they can only kill him if they initiate on him, which I don't think there's going to be a chance for it, or if Sven just
how about he walks into them for the 25-minute bounty rune? Here comes Fade. Oh yeah, he's not around the tree line. He's back in the lane, boys. And that's why Paparazzi's there. Armel, Ball Lightning's back to the tier 2 tower to relative safety. Paparazzi wanted the jump. This was his blink reveal. I don't know if Armel and all the chaos was able to work out what happened. The other advantage, Storm jumps, but Surge follows. So another answer to the Sven movement problem. That's an easy scout.
Yeah, usually there's a bounty trade 2 for 2, and you could see Tim's being a little bit of afraid there to see if they already picked it up.
Well, they have no vision still, so the pressures are being applied on bottom lane, but at the moment it's only seen from Yang. Like, Sven showed himself down there previously. With the catapult waves, they need to keep this pressure up. This has to become a 2 for 2 trade. That's why Gabby's wrapping around the back. Get as much information as possible. But VG Gaming will just move towards the mid tower. They know they're kind of already winning that battle, and Narmel, silence on him, and they got the initiation jump, and the silence, it lasts long enough. Ice Blast will come in, but it actually doesn't even clip anybody, not even with a chill effect. So Storm down. It is still a tier 2 for a tier 2 tower trade.
Oh, look at the Paparazzi, but Venomancer's ward cancels his Blink Dagger.
Yeah, it's like, is Blink really the item you wanted to go for? I suppose it is when you get initiations, but...
I mean, you can still follow it up because Darkseer is going to be in the front line. You have that Surge. Ideally, you want to approach a team fight with a smoke.
All right, well, VG together. Hurricane Pike's arriving from... Well, did it turn around to deliver? All right, thought I saw a Hurricane Pike coming in for Ori.
I'm surprised that Wraith King went for no reincarnation mana cost because they have no mana burn whatsoever. And he went on level 15 for the skeleton's damage. The only way you run out of mana is by spamming your spells.
Yep. Whoop. Gabby. I mean, a little close. That's a Hurricane Pike I was talking about, finally delivered to the sniper. Tim's just watching Roshan, but Paparazzi's wrapping around the back. Cuckoo never saw him coming. The assassination flies forward. Tim's, well, Cuckoo gives him the extra life. Connects with the Gale, which summons the 2 extra wards. Paparazzi cleans up quickly, thanks to Echo Saber. But Gabby, he jumps in. He wants to support. The Ice Blast will fly in. This should just kill off DY, maybe with the Shatter effect. But Gabby's going to lose his life for it. DY, and he's actually not going to die through this. My god, TNC really won this kill. Now they'll lose both of their supports.
They're gonna turn this into Roche. AA is gone. There's no AA ulti, and Sven doesn't have his God Strength, but they can still take the Roche, I think.
Yeah, Cuckoo Cat needs to start playing like the Plague Wards inside.
Oh, the double damage on bottom.
Sure, why not? Let's make it a little easier.
I feel like if they just keep fighting and lowering the BKBs inside of Vici, and Vici doesn't break their high ground or take any Raxes, this benefits TNC so much more because they rely on kiting and dealing the damage after the BKBs are down, because they basically have no physical damage. Wraith King does some, but he's not gonna man up and just try to fight Sven or Sniper.
That's a really good point. I was thinking, like, going into late game, who even has the advantage, but it always feels like Sniper, like you see him with 17k damage dealt, like, he's still hitting so hard, and we haven't seen TNC close the distance on him.
Yeah, this is was first BKB usage for Sniper.
So he's still got a lot of time, and Darkseer creates the space. Fade can just be watching him closely too. And getting a Lincoln Sphere as the next item to build up on Sniper.
A full defensive item. I love the build from Ori. Hurricane Pike, so he can force himself out. A BKB.
TNC's coming in. Gabby's got the Radiance turned off, so they won't feel the burn if they do come in close. As they sit on the hillside, DY, they don't see anything, however. The courier flies over. Here's your ball lightning forward. Ori, where is that BKB of his? The Ice Blast will connect, and Ori, he should end up shattering. In fact, that's exactly what happens. Armel finds the kill. Gabby's on the retreat back out again, but Paparazzi, too much damage. Sniper has no buyback available, but TNC, they have to help out their core here. They can't make it a one-for-one trade-off, so send him invis, give him a push away. Cuckoo's actually walking through the Darkseer wall to stay on the front lines. Remember, he's still got the Nova available. That's why DY uses the range to just connect with the Death Ward. Find the kill on Cuckoo, who could have walked out with the rest of his team, but he was really hoping for more.
Very good smoke from TNC. They picked up the perfect target before he can get a BKB off, and they got the high ground vision on him.
That just opens up so much more space. There's going to be 3 bounty runes for TNC around the 30-minute mark. What did you say? They always smoke before the bounty runes?
Yeah.
Exactly what happens.
And now they popped another BKB charge on Sven.
He's just getting lower and lower as time passes by.
Even Sniper used BKB like the second after. Well, I mean, you can't use items after you die, dumbass. I mean, before it died.
Don't be so hard on yourself. You're okay. Hang on. Didn't it flash up saying Gabby finished the assault cuirass?
Don't be so hard on yourself, Toby.
I definitely saw it appear, but in his inventory, it's not done yet. He's short of a plate mail. Smoke up from VG Gaming. Mel may be the primary target. They also have the same problem that TNC had previously. No vision on the enemy side of the river. So VG Gaming, they cross in the mid. There it is. It's back again.
Okay, Nostradamus.
Let me check my stars. Wait, no, I'm inside. I'm inside of an arena. I can't look to the skies. I can look to VG Gaming. Paparazzi jumps in. A quick blink away. Gabby.
Oh, that's not the target they want to go for.
But he's got the Stormhammer cooldown reduction, so it's such an easy throwaway like ability.
It's also an easy game to throw.
No. You'd have no mana left to fight. All he wanted to do was cut the wave, but Gabby already took care of that. The Plague Wards begin. The battle for vision. Here comes your Ice Blast. It's pretty deep. DY Paparazzi. We're going to move frame by frame as DY tries to move away. Sentry Wall being planted down so they can see us. We'll have a quick second. DY should shatter this time. He's got cold feet on him as well. With the rest of VG Gaming, they're ready to fight, and TNC have to move through this Darkseer wall.
Yeah, the wall is a bit in a tough spot for TNC.
Storm's got the mana to jump in. All right, go. Let's give it a shot. We'll see where Armel wants to focus. Fade's probably going to be his primary target in the back lines. As DY, he will shatter. Gabby's BKB wearing off. Remember, he's still got the reincarnation. Here comes your assassination 4. That's damage to find the kill. Good Nova, catching out both Paparazzi as well as Fade. As Armel, he's in the back lines looking to just mess up the supports, but Wraith King's already gone down.
Big ET ulti.
The ET splitter is pretty damn good, but what do they get in return? Again, it's 2 supports for a core. VG Gaming's cores can just walk away.
I still think that's a win for TNC because once again they lowered the BKBs. You see Paparazzi, he goes in, focuses the Wraith King and dies instantly, then pops a BKB and ulti, and they just focus him down once again. So Wraith King is not dealing any damage before his, I mean, not at all actually.
Like, okay, well, you respawn and what do you achieve now? That sounds like a very, very sad life for the Wraith King. Yeah, still having a couple of bumps. Don't worry, we'll smooth it out. It's interesting fact about the arena we're actually in. It's actually an ice hockey arena. So we'll just put the Zambonis down on the internet cables. I'm sure everything will smooth. What a
I love the
picturesque
jam.
spot. Yeah, what is that? It's like makes you feel like a low-tone Daft Punk.
It's minimal.
Welcome to Tron, the grid. Centaur.
DJ Centaur in the house.
Centaur fights for the people. The Darkseer murdered him. He never had a clue.
Storm is having mana issues right now because, I mean, he has Kaya, he has a BKB. BKB was a necessity in this game as a third item, but once he gets that Bloodstone, it's going to become so much easier because right now he's really limited on his zips. And this is huge item on Venomancer. I love this. Heaven's Halberd, if he pops it on Sven before the BKB, he can dispel it.
Also feels like a really nice item for him to grab up as opposed to like the E-plays that we saw previously to stop the Sven from attacking. With the BKB durations dropping low, and something he can afford now. Makes a little bit more sense. But they're watching TNC. Observe Ward on the top of the pit. They keep popping in the Plague Ward. As long as they can stop it from attacking Roshan, it can stay alive a little longer. Wait, is he? Alright, he'll Gale in as well. This Venomancer doesn't have an never-ending supply of mana. It's gonna flag that.
Oh, double damage on bottom. He wants to get that Bloodstone before the next fight.
Oh yeah. Couple of creep waves that are bringing the creeps to him. Cuckoo putting the Plague Wards up on the hill. He wants to own the cliffs. And that tier 1 tower they have to fortify. Find a little bit of time. Sniper can just chip at it from range and they know it. So it's not something you could just set up a whole bunch of Plague Wars and expect to hold unless you can counter-initiate onto Ori. Or as counter-initiate into Ori. And that's what they're looking for. Smoke up from TNC. Where do you want to go? Storm and Wraith King. Like, Storm's still pushing out the bottom lane. He still hasn't finished up the item yet. So they're wrapping all the way around the top.
That's a huge wraparound.
That really
Keep
is.
it quiet, Toby.
Okay. I'm not sure if I'm really suited for this task.
Once again, smoking
Jump.
for the ruins.
Here comes Gabby with the Ice Blast. I'm not good for that task at all. The Ice Blast, actually, it hits the Darkseer wall, creating some problems. And with the Gale, they've got the ET Splitter and the Nova. Fade's in a little bit of trouble, but they still can't get him for all the War Cries and the BKB protections. PG Gaming, they're staying alive, but now Storm goes to work. Ori, he's isolated. The rest of his team backed up, but he wasn't with them. He never got the memo. Fade comes in to buy some time, but Armel has the mana barely to get through into the Sniper. And they want to get out of here. Cuckoo, the Gale will connect again, stunning those two wards. DY going in with
No
a
vision.
The Storm Hammer, it'll connect on two. Cuckoo and Gabby, they're a little bit too low. You've still got the reincarnation from Gabby to come back to fight. So Cuckoo, looking for his own battle around the Fog of War, does not have it. Storm Spirit, he's already left. He's going mid to push out the lanes. And Ancient Apparitions are also bailing out. The TP, that took a while, but he's out to safety too. 35-minute bounty runes to gather, and VG Gaming scrambling to fight.
They need to scout the Roche. Ori just bought back, which means that he wants to grab that Aegis bottom lane. There's a huge amount of farm, but they need to scout it out. Wraith King does not have a buyback. He's only 70 gold short.
They go into Roshan. Ice Blast is up. That will be the easiest way to scout, but you kind of want to save it, so what do? You have Elder Titan, one of the greatest counters to stopping Roshan. Send the Spirit in, begin the stomp, and VG Gaming, they have no other choice but to back up. In fact, he's waiting on the stomp. There's your buyback from the Venomancer. Now it happens, Roshan at 1/3, 1/4 HP. Even the Nova duration
10 seconds for his ulti.
Have to push Cuckoo in. The fact they're looking for Cuckoo. 4-star him up into the trees around the Fog of War.
Another
4-star. And now he can hit the huge Nova. It's 4 seconds on cooldown. They weren't ready for it. The Ice Blast will connect, and Sven's going to be careful with the ET Splitter. They're all going to get the clap. Paparazzi slaps back in again. And now Storm Spirit, you know he wants the kill. He's staying in the middle of full arm melt. That's deep. Maybe too deep. Fade's able to rolling boulder himself away. VG Gaming, someone here has to be punished. Even if it's support,
no one is dying.
Anything. No one is dying. You're right. The Stomp can come in. But where's the follow-up? Where's the regeneration? You've still got a napping Witch Doctor. VG Gaming, they're going to go back in for Roshan. The Plague Ward, 4-star. Cuckoo, it's a beautiful Nova. Roshan, killed by the Dire Side. Ori got the Aegis Immortal. He got what he came for. The Glimmer Cape Cuckoo can move himself further away from the Death Ward and out to safety. But man, you said it, Vici wanted it. They had the buyback from Ori.
Sadly,
and he doesn't even tick out, it looks like. Oh,
yeah,
really?
For TNC, he did not get the Aegis there, nor Cheese. And those BKBs are on 5-second duration right now. So that's going to be a huge problem for Vici. Even with that BKB, man, Tim's is playing out of his mind this game. Not just this game, this whole series. The blocks in the first game with the Earthshaker. You don't necessarily need to hit the heroes, you just need to block off the enemy team.
Mm-hmm. And this ET is keeping Vici napping forever. Maybe eventually Gabby can start doing some damage. He's building Abyssal Blade. Mel's doing the best he can, zipping and sliding, but he still can't get the kill. And now a Daedalus up for the Sven. I don't think TNC can really fight this. And an MKB, the damage is just being accrued by VG, and there doesn't seem to be an answer from TNC. Apart from disengage. Nova is a problem, but if the Ice Blast doesn't connect, Restoration will fix that. And the pipe.
He needs to keep his ulti, not try to use it right away on Ancient Apparition. And I feel like both of these teams are losing vision in team fights. A Glimmer Cape on both sides, and they're not having enough vision. It feels like only position 5 is carrying Dust and Sentries.
Well, VG Gaming are moving forward now. Towards the mid, make the most of this Aegis, cleaning up the wards. Here comes your Ice Blast. You said you wanted to save it. It's going to fly over the top of everyone. Gabby will jump in. It's actually going to chill everyone, even though you don't get the earlier damage. Ori has to BKB. Same with Paparazzi looking for the kill. Gabby, they jump forward. Where's that vision? They've got it. They'll break the reincarnation, and Fade wants to follow as quick as he possibly can. The ET top will buy some space. Gabby forced off him up. The Nova, it will connect on Paparazzi, but they get burned through Gabby. He's got buyback available. Maybe he has to use it as the tier 3 towers. That's where the battle is currently happening. Ancient Apparition, what are you doing out there? That is not home. That is not safe.
He got one shot at.
Yeah. If we can count it with the Echo Saber, he's just like, I got you with my front swing and my back swing. Storm Spirit just wants to get rid of the creep wave as quick as he can. Didn't TP back instantly, but he'll get out now.
Storm Spirit getting really close to level 25, and then it's gonna become super annoying for them.
A push comes in through bottom lane. Here goes Storm Spirit once again. Jump out, jump in. No creep wave, and trying to keep that backdoor protection up. And with the Plague Wards, another Sentry Ward gets planted. I think it's just out of range of the obs.
Oh, they left the creep wave.
Trying to waste up the time. The ET Stomp also off target. So they have to fortify themselves, TNC, to keep this tier 3 tower up. But it doesn't stop them.
ET just bought the tome. I think he should give it to Storm Spirit instead.
Here comes
so
your
he
Ice
can get
Blast
to 25.
through the back lines. It's only going to chill over on Fade. Storm Spirit really on the run. But Ori's finishing the job. Storm regenerates quickly, but not quick enough. The melee racks is taken, and VG Gaming will back up. There's 40-minute bounty runes to grab. Here comes Storm once again. Nope. VG want nothing of it.
Nothing wrong here. They got what they came for. A melee racks and tier 3 tower.
This would be good from Armel if he can pick up both of the bounty runes on bottom. Like, they're losing the shrine. There's actually the TPs coming to the bottom shrine and the TP to the tier 2 tower. So ES will battle for one of the runes.
Also, Raid King is getting close to his level 25. So once the BKBs are down, if they kill Raid King, he's gonna stun him and allow ET to land a secondary stun right after, and even a better ulti. Even though he did not have any problems with good Earth Splitters this game.
Okay, push is now impossible for VG. You got the 25 talent. We've got remnants on the back of everything but the mid. Gabby, they're surrounding him. He'll blink up. He's actually going in for the initiation onto the Witch Doctor. He's able to get it, and the Ice Blast coming in. Paparazzi and Ori both connected on that one. The BKBs are going to wear it pretty quickly, and you know TNC, they want to fight. That's why you already have the splitter into Paparazzi, pulling back in, but these stuns, he's alive. It's so crazy, and with no mana on the Storm Spirit, they have to bail out, but Paparazzi gets the haste rune. The Storm Bolt will not connect. Mel's able to just ball himself away.
He's out of mana for a second.
Venno
uses Guardian Greaves, and suddenly he's to 500 mana. Always has enough to zip away.
This is nice for the ES. Now he's got an answer to the Storm Spirit jumping on him. A BKB for Fade to go with the Spirit Vessel. Not many charges on that Spirit Vessel anymore. There's only one. But a Scythe of Ice, there's your disable, there's your control. But the Aegis Immortal will time out, so VG lost that easy second life on Ori. And his buyback's still on cooldown for a minute and a bit.
Storm Spirit has 5,000 gold. If he sees that Hex on Darkseer, he might switch to Lincoln Sphere instead. Yeah. Right now he has Hex queued up.
Does that kind of like... No, he'll actually buy his items. He bought the full scythe, so he didn't see it. He hasn't come in vision, so he can't see it. We have information that Armel does not.
They're fine. They can play this game, Toby, for another 30-40 minutes, and this Storm is gonna become insane. You can buy Aghanim Scepter upgrade. You can buy Moon Shard for you.
I asked for popcorn at the beginning of my casting today. Still haven't had my popcorn. I think we need it for this game. Yeah, production. They have enough problems to worry about. Sure, we need ice cream. That's what we need. We need nice big tubs of ice cream. But I tell you, Amarino, good stuff, man. Had it in Paris, and they do it with crepes.
Oh, that sounds great.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I don't have dessert very often, but my God, no, I love it. Gabby, well, he's VG Gaming is a completely irrelevant conversation. As VG Gaming, 5-man smoke up, looking for a wraparound. Hoping for some initiation, but they don't have information. Like the one observer what they have is inside TNC's base. And now it's TNC's turn. 5-man smoke up. The smokes will break each other. Gabby's on the front line. DY, he's the one that's Glimmer Caved, hiding. And Gabby, he's trying to be the bait again, taunting them forward. Arcane Rune. No. Look for it, but Paparazzi will grab it. He doesn't find it. Now Gabby is isolated in front of Roshan. Then that cannon of Ori is so damn strong. Paparazzi will jump up. The BKB's wearing off. He's got to be careful, so they surge him away. Now the Ice Blast will fly as well. Gabby initiates, as well as Armel. They want the kill, but they couldn't hold him inside the Ice Blast. So now Gabby's got to do it the hard way. Maybe they have enough, but with the Magnetize, Gabby's BKB, he's trying to walk this up, but no reincarnation. Buyback's available, but the Storm's got almost no life as well as no mana. He had to go all the way back to base. The Nova, it's pretty damn good. Getting most of VG Gaming, but TNC, there's no one left to really do anything with it. Tim's is there. He has to begin his own TP out of Storm Spirit. Goes right through Paparazzi.
He gets him.
He got Paparazzi almost 2,000. 1915. The year the Paparazzi was sent back into.
Paparazzi, was he full HP?
No, he was dropping. He was dropping. He got hit pretty hard by the ET, but yeah. Maybe, I don't know if I have a replay of that one, but it will be fun to see. Straight through him.
Sniper casually doing 6,000 damage in that fight. Man, Raid King, he's just a living second life. He deals no damage. He went with the stun on the Sven, try to kill him in the duration of Ice Blast.
Armel! No! The Hex is actually going to connect, and they pull him back in again. He's going to go down. My God! Not there! Not now! Not how!
He has a buyback, though, but the rest of this team, everyone besides AA has a buyback. This is the power of Hex against Storm.
This is exactly what VG planned on TNC. They went straight into it. They see Roshan VG Gaming. Aegis and Cheese, remember, this is still only the second Roshan. It's been too dangerous to go into the pit. But they'll want it. That's just going to negate any initiation that TNC wants to do on Ori. And my God, that sniper hits hard.
Darkseer is level 25. The AoE surge is going to feel great. What?
He's got like these little blue cold wings. It's like he took the Night King's cape and just like, yeah, this is really nice. If Night King had a cape, that would be his cape. ET Spirit's coming to have a bit of a check. Pings are coming out. Storm Spirit's still dead for the moment. Roshan down to half-life. Paparazzi bottles the double damage rune, so he's got a little bit more fight in him. That Ice Blast is a huge miss. VG Gaming will feel the pound. They thought they were on the hillside, but TNC wrapped around the north, puts the Plague Ward down. But look at DY, the wrap around with the coconut could do some work, pushing himself forward, but he doesn't have the extra detection. Sentry's down, here comes the Storm Spirit. He's gonna TP himself out, and then look for the ball lightning in, straight to the back lines with his own Hex to try and focus down Gabby. They actually got through instantly on Ori to bring him down as Gabby BKB'd up. The ET splitter Vici Gaming, they just want to back out. They all got hit by that Nova. But as DY, he's actually in a little bit more trouble. Tim's is staying with him. They'll punch him down with the phone book, but now Fade wants its own initiation with the silence. They've got so many problems. Reincarnation is available for the Wraith King, but ET also has to buy back. So much money, so much committal from TNC. They need a good fight from this one. That's why Amel, he jumps in. They might be able to actually get him a secondary time. Ori, he's standing his ground. How much life steal has he got through the Mask of Madness? He's going to live with his BKB. Hurricane Pipe pushing back Tim's. Ori is a beast from downtown. He will continue to fight. The assassination flies forward, helping get the kill over on Tim's. It does feel that way, but Gabby is not done yet. He needs to find his own kill. Summon the army of the dead. You're Aragon. Gabby's in the trees. He needs to get out of this one. The rolling boulder, it connects perfectly. Gabby, how much have you got to fight with? He's still got a Wraith Fire Blast, but the Hex is out. The Wraith King will go down. Ancient Emperor's the only one with buyback, but they're dead for so long, TNC.
Bottom lane is pushing, middle lane is pushing. The range racks will be killed. I think this is the catapults as well on the bottom lane. A lot of waves approaching. 80 seconds for Storm Spirit.
And they're going to find whoever the hell they want. They'll find a Game 3 Vici Gaming. It has been a great laning phase for them. It's a great timing and a great draft and patient execution from Vici Gaming.
Oh, Darkseer bought the Desert and the Meme Hammer. They're gonna drop everything on this throne.
Hey you, careful where you stand. The Ice Blast flies forward. But GG, well played. TNC will call it. We have a Game 3 on our hands to wrap up the night. This is just the way we roll here at EPICENTER. We push it to the